Becky and her mom decided to travel to New York City for the holidays. They spent the day sightseeing and arrived exhausted back at the hotel. They got inside the elevator and pressed their floor number. When the elevator came to a stop, they got out and headed straight to their room. When they tried opening the door with their key card, it wouldn't work. Becky's mom went down to the reception to get a new key card, while Becky waited by the door outside the room. But when Mom arrived back at the room, Becky was nowhere to be found. Look at the image. Can you guess where Becky was? The whole thing was a big misunderstanding. Becky and her mom got off on the wrong floor. That's why, when they tried opening the hotel door with their keycard, it wouldn't work. It took them a while to figure that out, though. Poor things, they must have been really exhausted. Now Amy found herself in the middle of a burning room. There was fire all around her, and she needed an escape route. The room had no doors or no windows. There was nothing to climb or stand on. Even so, in a matter of seconds, Amy was in the front yard and had escaped the fire completely. How did she manage to escape? The room had no doors, so she simply escaped through the doorway. A detective got an anonymous email about an upcoming heist in one of Chicago's museums. To stop it from happening, he needed to figure out the month the heist was planned for. The police asked their cybersecurity team to trace down the computers that sent the email, but the sender knew how to protect his IP. All they could find was a combination of symbols. Look at these symbols and see if you can figure out the month the heist is going to happen. I know, they look so random. But let's see. A jar stands for J, a ukulele stands for U, a nugget stands for N, and an eggplant stands for E. It's June, y'all! Now Peter here is being blamed for stealing a ring at a fancy jewelry store. He posted a bunch of pictures online with the ring, and the police tracked him down. When he was interrogated, he said that the ring belonged to his late wife. He even showed the police a picture of his wife wearing the ring. Look at the picture. Can you figure out if Peter is lying? Sure, he is lying. I mean, how could the ring fit both his and his wife's fingers? Unless she had really fat fingers. Mr. Finks is a science teacher, and he prepared a challenge for his students. He grabbed 2 bottles and filled them with different types of water. The first bottle was filled with hot water, and the second bottle was filled with normal temperature water. He asked his students which water would cool down first and promised an A to whoever managed to figure that out. Can you take a guess? The hot water bottle is going to cool down first because hot water has lower density. They have to be cooled down using the same exact method though, like with the help of a fridge, for example. Who knew, huh? Lucy's mom has 3 daughters. Her firstborn is Mandy, a successful entrepreneur. Her secondborn is Sarah, who is just finishing her PhD. Can you figure out who is the last daughter? It's Lucy. Duh, we started the whole thing talking about Lucy's mom. Dr. Mallory was doing a study with some of his patients. For his next study, he called 2 young boys. First, he collected their data, names, date of birth, height, and weight. Then he put them in a room together. He told them that he would leave them alone for the next 5 hours without anything but a jar of juice. He told them they could not drink the juice and neither talk to one another. When he came back after 5 hours, one of the boys had drunk the juice. He asked them which one of them had done it, but none of them admitted to being the culprit. How could the doctor find out who drank the juice? Well, that's simple. He could weigh both boys and see if their weight had any alterations. The boy who showed alterations was the one who drank the juice. Ashton, Barbara, and Luke are best friends. Once a year, they get together to do something adventurous. This year, they decided to go skydiving. They boarded the plane and were about to jump. But, uh-oh, someone's in danger. Can you guess who? It's Ashton. Look at his backpack. He's wearing a regular backpack instead of the proper skydiving one. He must have gotten distracted when they were dressing up. Taylor hosts a game night at her place every Wednesday with her friends. She prepares beverages and finger food for everyone. That night, she even bought a new set of cards for them to play their favorite game. Every player must draw 2 cards, and then they count who gets the highest sum. But during the first round, they noticed that the number 6 card was missing. They all revealed their cards, and indeed, there was no number 6. After a few minutes, Taylor started laughing, saying she had found the card. Take a peek at the image. Can you guess where the card is? It's right there. That card is not a 9, it's a 6. It was just turned upside down. Ricky has made a career of busting myths. One day, he got a call from a neighborhood watch saying there was some spooky activity going on in the town's abandoned manor. Neighbors complained about hearing screams, and one person even said they saw a ghost in a clown costume. Ricky went to check it out. Inside, he traced the noises all the way to the attic. The first thing he found was a broken music speaker, replaying the same part of an old song. Then he saw a clown costume in an open closet. Below the costume, there was a can of spray paint. Ricky gathered 3 suspects and interviewed them to find out who was trying to spook the entire neighborhood. Freddie, an independent filmmaker, said he was out of town to shoot a movie. Bianca, a local teacher, said she was terrified of abandoned places and would never put on a joke like that. Gabriel, an artist, said he was putting on his new show and didn't have time to fool around like that. Look at the suspects. Can you find out who is the culprit? It's Bianca. The rim of her pants is tainted red, just like the spray paint that Ricky found in the attic. She must have forgotten one of her cans when she broke into the manor. Mimi was exploring Egyptian caves when she found a shiny gold lamp. She rubbed the lamp 3 times, like in most stories, and she couldn't believe her eyes when she saw a genie coming out of it. The genie said that he worked a bit differently from the other genies. To grant her 3 wishes, she had to first answer one of his riddles correctly. He asked her, if 11 plus 3 equals 2, how much is 8 plus 6 equal to? She needed a watch for this one. 11 o'clock plus 3 equals 2 o'clock. 8 o'clock plus 6 equals 2 o'clock too. That's a lot of 2s. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.